Show. Now, the Singapore Cricket Association held its high-performance training camp during the school summer holidays for kids under 13 and under 15. The camp was held from the 6th to the 16th of June at the Kallang Cricket Ground. The kids were trained under qualified coaches and they learnt anything from basic to advanced techniques.
So this would range from learning how to hold the cricket bat properly, like what our resident coach Arjun showed you earlier in the show, to high-performance skills, including game scenario training, video analysis and T20 practice games. The camp took place from 3 to 5:30 p.m. over 9 days. SCA provided the equipment, t-shirts and caps for all participants, as well as a certificate upon graduating from the camp. The coaches used were the same who trained with the Singapore national teams. The SCA say they're happy with the response they got for the camp and even have another in the pipeline for early July. For more information on the camp, contact the SCA through their website www.singaporecricket.org.
Okay, overall, this camp is all about high-performance development program, where the kids come and not come to learn here not only the basics, but of course they come here and refabricate their skills in batting, bowling, and fielding. Where we have got an overwhelming response as of now. We got 21 kids as of now, and due to overwhelming response, we are trying to start another one in the month of July, but the date has not been confirmed yet. Where we initially wanted that, as you know, the Singapore Cricket Association is the main governing body, and we as a professional coaches, we wanted our boys and to prosper the game of cricket in Singapore. So we initially came into my idea that, why don't we have some specialized camp in Singapore rather than few parents sending their kids overseas to learn the basic games of cricket, as we have very dedicated coaches who has the professional knowledge and very experienced.
The camp has improved a lot in cricket skills, and it has helped us meet new friends. That's it, helped us. My favorite part of the camp was fitness, where we did a lot of drills. The coaches helped us, like running, sprinting, push-ups, etc.
Earlier on in the show, we heard from the Bangladesh Cricket Board president on how the country has moved up the ladder to become a test-playing nation and also host a World Cup. It's a development model the Singapore Cricket Association would like to see with local cricket. I continue my chat now with Mr. Kamal, who also happens to be a president of the Asian Cricket Council, on how ties can be strengthened between Bangladesh and Singapore.
Yeah, I talked to the Singapore Cricket authorities and I requested them to think that way. Whenever it's because it is our commitment. It is our commitment to develop cricket in this part of the world, So whenever Singapore will be ready, whenever they will make a request to Bangladesh Cricket Board or Asian Cricket Council, wherever, in that case it will be our obligation to support them. We'll be sending our teams, definitely. And when I talked to Pakistan Cricket Board President, Mr. Izaz Bhatt, and he has also promised me that he will be sending some 1 or 2 teams into Singapore. So when Pakistan team will be here, in that case I will also send my Bangladesh side here to play cricket. So unless you have events here, in that case it will be very difficult to take cricket that way, In order to develop cricket, you need to popularize this game. And without events are taking place here, in that case you can't popularize it.
And finally, let me ask you, Bangladesh have been seen as a role model for associate nations. You were once an associate nation, and now obviously you're playing at the highest level of cricket. How do you feel about the recent news that associate nations might be sidelined for future World Cups?
Well, you see, because it was discussed and it was discussed like that. But actually, I think when it will be decided in the next hour, you see, by the end of this month, we have a meeting there. So I think it will be taken up again. And of course, I will be supporting that associate members should also have a representation there. Otherwise, you are not taking cricket globally, In order to globalize cricket, in that case, you will have to give importance to the 10 member nations, full members, as well as you will have to give importance to the associates. So if associates are not playing in the World Cup cricket, in that case, they won't be developing their cricket, Because this is the every member, every associate members has a vision, the goal they were playing in the World Cup, how they're competing there, how they're delivering there. So in that case, so the vision is World Cup. So if that vision is taken away from your side, in that case, you will not be serious and you will not be keen on developing your own cricket. So that is the reason actually I should say, I think they will be reviewing the whole thing and they will be doing it that way, because the last World Cup we played 14 nations. So slowly, gradually they will say they will have to increase more associates. They cannot discard anybody. So I think it will be reviewed again.
Well, Mr. Kamal, it's been a real pleasure having you on the SCA Cricket Show. Thanks a lot for joining us. Well, that's it from us here at the SCA Cricket Show. It's been quite a while in the making, but we're finally glad that we're here. So we hope you've enjoyed this show, and we've got plenty more to come. Don't forget to join us on June 30th for another exciting episode. Until then, it's goodbye from all of us here at the SCA Cricket Show.